What's going on, everybody? This is Fry. So today it is May 29th, 2025. And today is a momentous occasion in PvZ Heroes. They finally fixed some of the major bugs in this game. And this is going to make PvZ Heroes, in my opinion, this is going to be the best PvZ Heroes we have ever seen. We have the balance changes now, and some of the bugs, again, the really game-breaking bugs have been fixed, and I think it is just time to absolutely cook in this game. So first of all, right now, if you're watching this, immediately the PvP servers are down. That is something that historically has been very quick for EA to fix, if the PvP servers are not working. So hopefully that will be resolved soon. But let's just get right into the actual changes that happened. A huge shout out to P Lover, who compiled these on Reddit. And if you want to see the full Reddit post, look in the comment section below. So we're going to be starting off with Nibble, which actually the main glitch of Nibble was not fixed. Nibble is still, if it hits a primal potato mine, a pear cup, something that has an on-death, on-destroyed ability, the game will soft lock, so that still exists, but Nibble has just been changed from conjuring a gourmet card that costs 3 or less. It doesn't say the 3 or less on the card, but now it's conjuring a gourmet trick that costs 3 or less. So it means it will not be conjuring the likes of Cheese Cutter, small gourmet minions. Is specifically only going to be making either another nibble or a healthy treat, a sugary treat, leftovers, one of a lunchbox, one of the gourmet. Mostly it's going to be like gourmet little buffing tricks. So that is awesome. I think it's just going to make Nibble a more reliable card because you're almost always going to be getting a little buffing trick from that, and that will work very well in a lot of decks. Next, Deep Sea Gargantuar, which was a super oppressive card because not only when you play other minions on the board were they getting buffed, but Deep Sea Garg, whenever it was moving around the board or when it was played, it was also getting buffed. So I think the way it works right now is that Deep Sea Garg will get buffed when other zombies enter a lane. Your other zombies also get a 1/1 buff when they enter a lane, but the Deep Sea Garg is not getting buffed every time you're playing it or moving it into a different lane, which is a good thing because Deep Sea Garg was it was a little bit too much and was very oppressive, the fact that it was growing every single time it would move. Okay, right, here's a really big one. Nurse Gargantuar is fixed. Now, the bug is that it was supposed to be healing you for damage that you do not only to your opponent's face, but also that when you damage another plant and also when another Garg damages a plant or your opponent's face, it was only healing when it itself damaged your opponent's face. But now it is doing exactly what it's supposed to. It is a major source of healing. Again, anytime it damages even a plant or another Garg on the board damages a plant, it will be healing you for the amount of damage done. And I think this will make Nurse Gargantuar a significant part of the meta. Gargs anyway have been good. Just look at the Smash Garg deck. And now you can actually run Nurse Gargantuar as another, thing that will make sure the game will just last longer and longer as you're playing all these huge bodies on the board in the Gargantuars. I think it's going to be a significant game changer, and I think this will be a really viable card. I can't wait to test out Nurse Gargantuar. The next one is a really weird mix. Maybe there's some new bugs here too, but Wormhole Gatekeeper got fixed and also has a bunch of new bugs. Why don't I actually put the I don't have the Streamlabs up on the, that's okay. Up on the board. So what I'm going to say about Wormhole Gatekeeper. So first of all, it does now what it says on the card, which is that it will reduce the cost of any card you conjure when it is on the board. So, if your space time, let's say, conjures a card, you have a Wormhole Gatekeeper, that card will now not cost 1 less, it'll cost 2 less. The Wormhole Gatekeeper is doing what it says on the card. The problem is that it came along with 2 other weird bugs. For the Wormhole Gatekeeper, when it's sitting in your hand, it's not on the board, you're just in your hand. If you conjure any cards from anything you play, the Wormhole Gatekeeper will be hitting those. So it's going to be super overpowered because, again, all the conjure decks now, you'll have these engines. If you have 2 Wormhole Gatekeepers, I'm guessing it's just making every card you conjure now cost 2 less. So that's going to be super broken and oppressive. The other bug that is not listed here, but Nabs showed me, shout out to Nabs, for creating this footage is that if you have a Wormhole Gatekeeper on the board and it dies, you'll see it'll die to the Briar Rose. And then you conjure or gain anything. You'll see here, for example, we're going to play Buried Treasure, and then you're going to put something on top of that, and you're going to conjure the random legendary from Buried Treasure. That soft locks the game, as you'll see, still has 2 brains left, cannot play any cards, cannot pass your turn, so that is a huge bug. So the way that Wormhole Gatekeeper is going to be played is literally just going to be running in a deck and holding it in your hand and never playing it on the board, because when it dies, the game's over. So thank you for that footage, Nabs. But yeah, but it will still be having a huge effect while it's sitting in your hand. This has to be a bug. It's definitely not supposed to be reducing the cost of cards while it's in your hand, but it does do that. So I'll have to try that in a deck someday and see how insanely broken that will be. The next is Terraformer 10,000. So it had 2 bugs that got fixed. One is that it was decreasing the cost of plant tricks and environments. Now it's only decreasing the cost of your own zombie tricks and environments. It also had a bug that it was conjuring superpowers, which was so busted because you're playing a superpower and then you're getting like sometimes 2 0-cost superpowers in your hand, like a superpower trick and a superpower environment. It's not conjuring superpowers anymore. Terraformer is still a really, really, really good card, probably way overtuned still, because again, it's conjuring you 2 cards. They cost 1 less, so it's kind of like Eureka but better. And then it's also hitting every trick and other environment in your hand, making those cost less. So it's definitely really, really good. And it doesn't have the downside of also hitting the plant tricks and environments, which maybe was the only thing keeping it from being OP before. But yep, we'll see how Terraformer and Huge Giganticus does, and we're just really happy that it's not it's not bugged anymore, and at least you won't have the Huge Giganticus again conjuring superpowers from a superpower. That was really, really busted. But there really is only one bug that mattered at all, and that of course is the final one on the list. Quarterly bonus was adding 4 attack to a zombie and then doing a bonus attack, and now it is just setting the zombie's attack to 4. So now if they're playing that all-star that starts at 4 attack, it will not be going up to 8 attack and doing a bonus attack. It'll just remain at 4. If you have something with 1 attack, it will gain 3 and do a bonus attack for 4 damage. This is going to absolutely monumentally change this game. It is going to really allow now plants not to have to run all the counters to quarterly bonus. It's just going to eliminate the stupid zombie players who have been running quarterly bonus all this time, which we obviously have not for a really long time. You know what? In honor of this, I'm actually just going to go and reconjure. I had uncrafted my quarterly bonuses. And I think just in honor of this momentous occasion here in this game, I am going to go ahead and recraft my quarterly bonuses. So craft 4 copies. And I really am excited now to use this card now that it does what it says on the card. Because I think decks with, a lot of very small, like your entire deck is like high health and low attack. This being one card, adding 2 or 3 attack to a guy and also doing a bonus attack is still viable. I think this can still be run, but typically in most decks now, we are going to be running the internet is not working, so you can't craft anything. That's part of the PvP bug. But we will be, it will be possible. What the heck? It will be possible to, to run quarterly in some decks, which it will be a viable card. But again, most importantly now, not only will you don't have to run Wingnut Pecanolith, but now the meta is going to chill a little bit. We're going to go back to the fun times in PvZ Heroes where you can run meme decks and actually get some wins, and not that it's all quarterly bonus users and then super sweaty Rose decks on the other side, and then every zombie deck that doesn't have quarterly also needs to be super sweaty in order to win the game. So I'm really, really excited for to play this game once they fix the PvP servers. But that is all for now. They did not fix, again, the Nibble soft lock. They did not fix instead the Unthawed Viking, which is bugged. You can see that in the past video of the major bugs that need to be fixed. Wintermelon did not get changed. Wizard Garg, I went elaborate on that again in the last bug video. Maybe I'll link that in the comment section below now. Wizard Garg still does not leap another Wizard Garg when it's played on the board, and Wizard Garg in Graveyard soft locks the game. So there still are some bugs, but the most important one has been fixed, and it is definitely time to cook. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Peace. This is Fry. Yes, it's working. Guys, PvP is back. Yes! We are so back. We are so back. Making content for you guys is a full-time job, and it's only possible with your support. Click the link in the description to join my Patreon for access to exclusive streams, deep fry podcasts, private video calls, and more.